What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to our weekly podcast. We are batting practice. I'm Josh. That's Jacob. Andrew, welcome back, my friend. It's good to see you. It's good to have the trio back in town. We got a great episode for you
Nope.
tonight. We are great. Oh yeah, last week was disappointing, I think. I think that
Yeah,
was the
I
word I
think something
used.
like that.
This week we're gonna say we got an uplifting podcast for you.
Oh,
We
okay.
got an uplifting one. Yeah, it's gonna be good. We're gonna be happy boys tonight. Um,
Okay. I like
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, right? It's
That means his
it's
parlay's doing well.
no, it's not.
Mm.
It's the afternoon. It's sunny out still. It's not dark at like 4 o'clock, which is good. So the spirits are high. What can you say?
I bet my free dollar of the day on a
Ooh,
extreme soccer parlay.
did it hit?
No, I
Ah,
was one leg away,
No, that's the
but
worst.
Manchester City did not draw.
Did you
That
bet
was
the
the one that
draw?
kind of brought the parlay up to like a plus
Hmm.
1500 was the draw, but it was Villa versus Man City, and Villa
hmm.
won.
Heck yeah.
Man City lost 1-0 against Aston Villa. What the hell, man? I,
Unreal.
I, I was like, you know what? That's going to be a draw. I feel like Villa's going to score, City, whatever. We're not a soccer podcast. And long story short, my parlay lost.
Mm.
One leg
That's
away.
how
I would
that's
have
how
turned
the
one
house
dollar
always
into
wins.
like, or sorry, I would have turned two free dollars, by the way. This is what the app
Ooh.
gave me, into like 37.
Nice. Ah,
Dirty real
Too
dollars.
bad.
what could have been? What could have
Dirty
been?
real dollars.
Well, boys, I was thinking, I was watching the game one of the World Series on Friday, and it
Yep.
got me thinking, what do you guys think is the hardest sport to win a championship in? I will count, I'll count all sports. I'm if you got a rogue one, if you're like, the Serbian water polo championships are tough, I'm okay with that. But what do you think is the hardest championship to win in professional sports?
That's tough because none of them are easy.
Sure,
Like
but
what
don't you think that there are harder sports to win it all?
like you're saying like football, for example, the most games you're gonna have to win in the playoffs is four.
Right.
Whereas in baseball, there's a potential you play 3 games and then 5 games and then 7 games and then 7 games. That's what, quick math, 22 games.
Yeah.
So I see what you mean. Baseball is definitely tough. Any game that has series like baseball or like hockey or like basketball, those are tough. Um, that being said, what about the World Cup?
Mm.
Mm. Yeah.
You have to be one of those elite nations. Like, you're never going to see Iceland win the World Cup.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
You're never going to see the United States win the World Cup.
Okay. I'll agree with you
Oh,
there. I'll agree with you there.
That's not a hot
yeah.
take. I have a hot take that that's not a hot take.
Yeah, like do you think is the World Cup the sport or is it I guess soccer, but the World Cup specifically, is that the tournament that has the least amount of parity?
Oh
100%.
yeah, yeah,
Because
that's
I
the
mean,
thing. Is
just
like
to
it's
even
always gonna be
get there.
Argentina and Portugal and Brazil and Spain
Right.
and not Italy as of recently, which is kind of funny. They're back
Right.
this year or next year.
I will say though, soccer, one of the easier. I'll answer that first. I think because
For
boys,
club.
the Brewers won the Premier League.
They would have
They
won.
won. They
Yeah.
won the Premier League. They won best regular season record. They won it all.
Yeah.
Congratulations. If we were sitting in England, we'd be like, guys, Brewers won. They did it. Playoff. What
True.
playoffs? What? Yeah, the Brewers won the World Series. That's pretty sweet. Anytime there's single game elimination, those are the hardest. I think single game in World Cup, like the knockout rounds are like that as well. I think series are easier than knockouts because just so much has to bounce your way. because it's like you have to be the better team over the course of like 7 games. That's hard to do. It's like imagine if like like it was Dodgers Blue Jays and it was just game one. Blue Jays win the World Series. That's pretty awesome. Whereas like you play 7, we'll get to it.
Well, but the
But
Blue Jays would be out because they lost to the Mariners in the first game.
well, sure. Exactly,
But the
exactly. And so
Mariners would be
that's
out
just
because they lost to the Tigers in the first game.
exactly. So it's harder for the better team won't always win.
I was gonna say, I think single game elimination is harder if you're supposed to be the better team.
Oh, yes. Okay.
But series help balance out that the better team sh should win. Obviously, crazy things happen in the playoffs, but I think that is the best way to look about it. I think in general, championships with series, just because of the sheer amount of games you have to win it all, are harder.
Yeah.
But you don't really hear, I guess, like you look at, I mean, this is such a homer thing to say, but like the Packers championship that we saw in our lifetime was when they were a wild card team. And I
It's
don't
true.
feel
When they
like
won
you
four
see a
games.
lot of like higher seeds winning championships in the NBA or even
Yeah,
the
you do.
NFL.
Oh, higher seeds, higher
Higher
seeds.
seeds, higher
Okay.
seeds. Yeah.
Hmm.
Worse seeds.
Yeah.
Um, Even in the MLB, I think it's a slightly more common, but
Maybe the Nationals that one year
I feel like you
they
need to
went
do some
in.
research on this before you speak.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
But
all hearsay,
let
but
me just take everything you say and then what if I just say the PGA Championship?
Ooh,
To do
golf?
yeah,
to hit
golf,
a
that's a good
little
point.
ball into a little hole around 60 to 70 times in order to win and then do that 4 days in a row
That's a
and
good
do it
point.
better than everybody else.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
actually that makes me think, guys, I think it might be tennis, US Open. So
Okay.
Ooh,
imagine to win that tournament, like if you were playing in the 2000s or 2010s, you'd have to face Nadal, Djokovic, Federer, even. You'd have to
yeah,
beat probably all three or at least two of the three. Maybe you get lucky, they take each other out. Now you'd have to beat Sinner, then you'd have to beat Alcaraz. I
that's
forget about like
true.
it's. I feel like yeah, tennis is almost like a battle royale where you have to beat the best team, and it's like, can you? And you have to beat two good teams back to back. I don't know. Is it tennis?
Yeah. That's a good point. So, see, you can like that's what I'm saying.
Very
You can go
enduring,
like,
yeah.
yeah, you can go down the line. And you don't, again, I don't like you don't really hear about like, oh, some no-name dude won
Exactly.
the US Open. Even in golf too, like there's been a couple of randoms. But yeah, that's crazy. Anyway.
I think it might be tennis.
Anyway,
Tennis.
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 Freaking tennis.
Fishing.
Sorare
How about
tennis.
bass fishing?
Bass.
Ooh.
That's
I
hard.
mean,
You can't
Yeah,
make the fish. I mean, you can technically make the fish come to you, but you can't make them bite your hook.
that's true. Even if you're the best fisher out there. What if
it
the
might be
fish decides, not you?
a little relevant to where I was last weekend, but I was in the Lumberjack Hall of Fame. At least I was across the
Ooh.
street from it. It's the Lumberjack World Series, the world competition. Is that the hardest to win?
That
Like
might be hard to win. You
I
gotta
saw there were
be,
Yeah.
like 8 stations. I think there's like heats, hundreds of people. That's gotta be really hard.
yeah. Plus, if you make one mistake, you just kind of like die, right?
Yeah. You know
That's
what's more dangerous, football or lumberjacking?
Over a long course, over a long term, it's football.
insert
Let's be
the
honest.
insert the make podcast equipment more expensive comments from this conversation about lumberjacking.
Yeah.
Uh, Beat you to it, haters.
Haters, Josh haters.
Haters, Josh Hader.
All right. Well, let us know, absolutely. What is the hardest sport to win a championship in? I don't know. We just mentioned all of the sports. So it's still an
Yeah,
open discussion. We
give
just
me
talked
give
about all of
me
the sports.
give me an answer. Just say a sport.
I'm going to say golf.
Okay.
Tennis.
Andrew?
Tennis.
Okay. I'm gonna go more mainstream. I'm gonna say baseball,
Okay.
Oh,
unless you're the Dodgers.
Okay. So then it's the easiest championship win if you're the Dodgers. Easiest
if you're
Yes.
the
championship.
Dodgers, it's the easiest win.
Which makes
Okay.
it which makes it on the flip side the hardest for everyone else.
Well, let's transition here. Blue Jays have any chance? Currently, as
Ooh.
of recording this, it's Sunday, October 26th. Blue Jays won the first game. Dodgers came back, won the second game. It's tied 1-1. And do the Blue Jays stand a chance? It's going 3 games back to LA, 3 home games, or is it written in the stars already? Immediate reaction.
I think the
Blue
Blue
Jays put
Jays,
up more runs they put up three
Yes.
times as many runs in the first game that the Brewers put up in four.
yeah. I think the Blue Jays, if you're talking after game one, you're probably feeling pretty good. But that's what's so hard about this format, this new format for the MLB, is you lose game two. Now you have a chance to lose the whole thing and never even make it back to your home stadium. Now that would include the Dodgers winning 4 games in a row, which would be quite impressive, but they absolutely could do it. So yeah, it's a tough place to be because you're feeling great after game one, and now you're feeling not so great. Now you got to go to LA and win at least one. And that's a tough place to be. It's a tough, tough place to be. I think they have a chance, absolutely. With how good they looked game one, they can definitely win this, but I think the favored side has flipped over to the Dodgers now.
Are you more confident in the Blue Jays after game two than the Brewers after game two?
Yes,
Oh yeah, yeah.
What about
easily.
after? Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay. Even if
I'm
it was what if the series was 0-2? Would you still have more confidence in the Blue Jays to come back than the Brewers?
If they didn't put up that like 6 or 7 run inning, the in game one, if that would
It
have
was
ended
9.
like yeah,
It was
and if
crazy.
yeah, I mean if they would
We
have
lost count at
without that
that
big
point.
inning, if they would have lost like 2-3, 3-2, like to me, it's like you had to show that offensive explosion. And it's, I mean, if that happened in like game one or two, then maybe. But I think part of why even though we have 3 games in LA, I think this goes to at least 6 or 7. I think before game one, I thought it was going to be a gentleman's sweep, game five, or maybe just an all-out sweep, game four. But I think the Blue Jays are going to put up a big fight. I think this at least goes at least 6-7.
So you Oh, I get it. I get
wow,
it. I get
wow,
it. I get it.
wow.
That
How
was
many
that
views?
was just a bit.
That was a whole, the whole thing was a bit.
That was just a bit.
That was a 2 minute setup.
That
Ha!
was hook,
That
line, and
was
sinker.
amazing. That was
Bass
amazing.
fishing. He went bass
Honestly,
fishing.
credit where credit is due.
So,
Wow.
Pretty good.
if it went, would you say that the Blue Jays are going to take 1 or 2 from the Dodgers? Because in order
Ooh.
for it to go 6-7, shout out LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets, it won't, or the Blue Jays will have to win at least one in LA.
I
I
bet
Will
think
the
they
they
win
can do it.
two?
series, I bet the series goes back to Toronto
Okay.
with the Dodgers up 3-2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, that's what it was when the Mariners came back to Toronto.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'd be up for that. I'd be absolutely up for that.
Yeah, winning 3 in a row is really hard to do.
Hmm.
Unless you're playing the Brewers, then it's
Hmm.
insanely easy to do.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, no, I think this goes could go all the way.
It could go all the way. That's what she said. That's what we love, though. That's what we want. Game seven.
We want more
Ga-
baseball.
We want
Yeah.
more baseball because we're sad. We're actually really sad on today's podcast. We didn't really address it, but by next Sunday, everything will be over. Game
I know.
seven of the World Series is slated for Saturday, November 1st.
Wow.
meaning next Sunday we'll know everything that will have happened.
Wow.
We can acknowledge the Brewers' best season in a very long time, the best team in baseball. We can acknowledge their wins over the Cubs in the postseason. We can acknowledge PCA for the crazy season. There's so many things just in the Central that we could talk about. So it's going to be an off season, a good off season. So don't worry,
So,
we're not going anywhere. But yeah, are you guys? If you think about it like that, this is the last episode with baseball.
well, and that kind of makes me I was bummed to miss last week's episode because obviously, the raw emotions of the Brewers losing. Did you guys touch on a bit of the Mariners as well?
We did.
Okay.
We very slightly did. Like,
Did you answer the question who had a more disappointing season, the Brewers or the Mariners? Because I've been wondering that too. That's been
well, let's
something as
get
I'm
let's get
watching this
that let's
game.
get to that in a bit since we're still
We
doing.
didn't, as of recording, we did not know who was going to be in the World Series facing the
Mm,
Correct.
Dodgers.
Correct.
So
okay, that's right.
we did not fully dive into the Mariners end,
Mm. We
the end
we
of the Mariners
mentioned it, but
season.
yeah, it was still going on. So yeah, that's what 2 episodes ago I was like, all right, maybe next episode, then we
I
won't
remember that.
know.
I was like,
Then
that's a bold
we
call.
might not know yet who's won, and then we knew immediately after pretty much
Yeah,
game two.
Brewers.
Yeah. But no, let's stick with the World Series in a second. We can touch back on the Mariners. So anything else surprise you from game one or two? Blake Snell getting a little bit knocked around, but then the bullpen coming in and getting absolutely shelled. No surprise there. Or did that surprise you more? Or did Yamamoto throwing back to back complete games, 1 run complete games surprise you? And it was almost the same thing. It wasn't a first pitch home run like Churio, but it was 1 inning, and then that was it. He retired. I don't remember the stat, but it was like 20 batters in a row consecutively after a couple of innings. So, what surprised you more,
I,
game one or
I have
game
to
two?
s- I have to say, well, game two, just Yamamoto's performance, but I I say this, but it honestly wasn't that surprising to me because I was fortunate enough to see that Brewers him destroy the Brewers in person.
Fortunate enough, he said.
And well, no, because sometimes you have to be in awe of
That's true.
of the talent that the Dodgers have collected or paid for. They have really good players. So to kind of set the stage, pitchers warm up in different ways. Yamamoto loves to he throws at various distances. He was standing on the warning track, throwing to the end line, throwing to the foul line, basically the almost the distance of a football field, 100 yards from the stretch. He could just throw it from the stretch 100 yards, like beam it right into the glove. To put into comparison, his coach that was playing catch with him to get the ball back to Yamamoto. This was an athletic dude. He had to take 2 or 3 crow hops, put it all like his whole body into it, and even that his throw looked like he had to get it super high, and it just did not look athletic. Or he had to put everything into the throw to get it back to Yamamoto. Meanwhile, Yamamoto is literally static from the stretch and he's just throwing it casually 100 yards on a dot. So yeah, am I surprised? I'm honestly I'm in awe. I'm in awe.
Yeah, you're not surprised.
I'm not surprised, but Yamamoto, he's pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
I'm
So you would say that Blake Snell is, sorry, not Blake Snell would be more
yeah,
surprising. He did give up his first ever home run of the year to a lefty
That's kind of
against,
crazy.
was it Dalton Varsho, I believe? First home
yeah.
run of the
The
year
Yeah.
pride
to a
and joy of
lefty.
Marshfield, Wisconsin,
Yes,
baby.
sir.
A little UWM product
Varsh
hitting a
from the
little
Marsh. He
grand
went to
slamming.
UWM.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Whoa.
Yeah, shout out.
Right on the
Representing.
baseball field.
Heck yeah.
who looks more of like a frat guy? Dalton
Oh,
Varsho or Harrison Bader?
oh,
Bader. Bader.
yeah. The
It's the
long
hair.
hair.
It's the
Yeah.
hair.
They got like they're just frat boy vibes, man.
Yeah. Dude, the I think game one was more surprising. I think I've
Yeah.
just come to expect Yamamoto to throw 7 or 8 or 9 innings in his outings and give up one or less runs. That's just what he's been doing. Um, I couldn't believe how well the Blue Jays approached Blake Snell. It's exactly what I wanted the Brewers to do. It's the only thing I could think about watching that game was how lost the Brewers looked, especially against Blake Snell's changeup. It was the same pitch. It was the same pitch, and the Blue Jays' approach was exponentially better than the Brewers. They were following pitches off. They were getting deep into counts. They were taking walks. Nothing the Brewers could do. And they were getting hits off of his changeup. I saw a stat. It was the most hits he'd given up on that pitch. It was either all
Wow.
year or his entire career.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah. So the Blue Jays approach was excellent to that pitch and to Blake Snell in general. Knocked him out of the game, got to the bullpen. What everyone also said the Brewers needed to do and couldn't do the entire series, and they do it game one and they put up a big number. They got me feeling still relatively confident going forward, knowing that Yamamoto isn't going to Yamamoto every game. So I think they're feeling okay about where their offense is at, but that was definitely more surprising. I was expecting Snell to go 7 or 8 scoreless because that's what we've come to expect from him.
Yeah. And then same thing like the Brewers for the Blue Jays. You got Glass now on Monday, and then you got Otani on Tuesday. And then it resets to Blake Snell, most likely. And then it resets again to Yamamoto for game 6 if need be. Especially with that rest day in between. I don't see why it wouldn't be him. So good luck, Blue Jays. Hey, if
You
you
almost have to,
Glass now only threw 5.2 against the Brewers. He had the not the worst outing because none of them had. You can't classify any of them as the worst because they were
the
all
least
good.
best.
They were all like 9.5 out of 10s. Except Yamamoto's was a 10. Yamamoto's was the best. But there's no worst outing against the Brewers.
Nope.
Um, yeah. So I would say good luck, Blue Jays. Good luck doing the exact same thing or not doing the exact same thing as the Brewers. But yeah, Glass only went 5.2. So if you can get to that bullpen again like you did in game one, hey, do it. It's what we said to the Brewers, do it. And they did it. So do it. Because
That's what's
look at game one.
scary.
Look at game one.
That's what's scary about where the Blue Jays are right now. You got one, you lost one, fine. You're going into 3 games away. If you can get through Glass now, great. If you can get through Otani, great. But then you get Snell again. Then you get Yamamoto again. Those two pitchers could account. I know that Snell did not win game one. They could have easily accounted for all 4 wins in this series. Yamamoto could win half of the games needed to win the World Series. Think about that. That's insane. If he wins the second game, game 6, that's most likely going to be to clinch the World Series. That means he'd have 2 wins out of the 4 needed to win the series and win the World Series.
Don't say it's most likely going to clinch the World Series.
There's a good chance. If we get to a
There's a
game 6,
yeah, but
there's a
it's
good
not the
chance.
most likely.
I think you think there's
So you think the
I
most likely outcome
you
is that the Blue Jays take one and that's it?
I think so. I think it's either
Yeah.
that or they lose all 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There again, like there is a
And then it won't
possibility
be
that they
Yamamoto
win
again.
2. I don't see them winning 3. There's a possibility they win 2 out of 3 in LA. Absolutely, but that's not likely. That's not the most likely situation.
All right. Riddle me this. Yamamoto threw last night, Saturday. We got a break Sunday. We got Glass now Monday. We got Otani Tuesday. What about Yamamoto for game 5? And just say,
Switch
Blake
them?
Snell, throw you into the bullpen? They kind of had your stuff the first game. They might have it again. Yamamoto, they didn't have your stuff. What if we throw Yamamoto game 5 instead? Just skip him up. There's already a rest day in between. He's got a couple more rest days. He can throw from the stretch, from the warning track to home plate, or from the warning track
Yeah.
to the foul. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what if you just is
Yeah.
that a
I don't hate
managerial
that.
decision that Dave Roberts could make?
I
Or
don't,
is it
Absolutely.
or is it like it's not
yeah,
worth it because if Snell gets shelled again, then we'll still have Game 6 Yamamoto.
I don't think it matters. That's the craziest part. It
Because
doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. You can
Because
do
then if you
whatever you
burn him,
want.
then it's like, all right, then we have to go back to maybe Snell.
Yeah.
But then if Snell's
It's
available for the bullpen in Game 5 with Yamamoto starting, then it's a whole different path you could take there.
I don't know if it's because I'm slightly hungry, but I feel like the Dodgers are almost like eating at a buffet. Like Dave Roberts is literally like a dude that just got into Golden Corral or Old Country Buffet and is like, do I want to fill up on mashed potatoes? Should I get the pizza? Should I get the steak? Should I get in each one of those is like it's like you really can't go wrong, man. You're at a
Yeah.
buffet. Like there's literally all this food that's gonna be there. And yeah, he literally like they don't even have Vesia. Don't eat them. Don't
Right.
eat them. They have half their 72 million on payroll that's not even playing. They don't they just again they're it's a buffet. It's like, oh yeah, old country buffet ran out of rolls. Oh, ooh. But hey, we got baguettes, we got
Yeah.
churros, we got everything. It's like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Dodgers are a buffet.
yeah, yeah. I like it.
Then what's Trey
Embarrassment of
Savage?
riches.
What's Trey
Ooh.
Savage? Like the ranch dressing?
No, he's like Subway. He's cheap and did you guys see that a
He's
price?
cheap, but he gets the job done.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
Did you see
yeah.
that salary that went viral on X where they
I
showed
don't
how much
so
money each of those players make in that
I
at
need to
bat?
see context. There was no context provided from that. Is it per minute that they're in the game that he's making that money? Is it per hour that he's getting paid that money? Like that say the game lasts 3 hours? Is that how they're calculating it? Are they just calculating it by the day? By 24 hours? How is he getting paid? It didn't make any sense to me.
It's true.
I know exactly what we're talking
Either
about. I know
way,
exactly what
I
we're
think
talking about.
all you need to know is that Otani makes a
Otani
lot
makes a lot
He
more
and
makes
money
a
than
Savage
Trey
lot.
makes a
Savage.
little.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't think that was, I think it was including the deferred money too. So I don't
Right. I
know. There
think it
was no
was.
context. I wasn't a big fan of it.
That's fair. It's fair. It's butter
Otani makes a
knifed.
lot of money though.
Also, Trey Savage made like $1,000 during that video, and it was like,
Yeah,
that's
pennies.
pretty
What a
great too.
peasant. What a peasant. You pitch for
I don't
an
know.
hour and a half and you make $1,000. That's crazy.
No, it was during just the
No, it was
Shohei
at bat. It was like
Ohtani at
three
bat.
minutes.
Yeah.
He made
Oh,
like a thousand
oh,
dollars in 3 minutes.
So then,
yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
what is that? Because that doesn't make any sense. $1,000 3 minutes means $20,000 an hour, and Trey Savage is not making $20,000 an hour throughout a 162 game season.
Yeah, that must be prorated.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It
Or
makes
per
no
pitch
sense.
or
Yeah, there's gotta be little context there.
So
I agree. I agree.
yeah,
but it was a good video though. I liked it. I didn't need the
Yeah.
I didn't obviously like if we're gonna be nitty gritty and be like, well, technically he made $433 if you amortize his salary over the course of the full calendar year. It's like okay, sure, but like point is to show he makes peanuts and Otani just makes bank.
Otani makes bank,
That he
and
Otani
does.
should buy the Brewers.
Otani could buy the Brewers.
That's an interesting thought. That'd be a good off-season discussion. An active player buying
Yeah.
another team.
Yeah,
Thoughts?
it's like Tom Brady being in the booth for a certain
Ooh.
NFL team while also being a broadcaster.
Yeah,
Doesn't make any
it's true.
sense.
And commissioner maybe someday.
Oh, there you go.
That'd be
Might
exciting.
as well
Of the
just vote
end.
him in at president at this point.
Yeah.
He'll demolish the West Wing for a football field.
That could be kind of cool.
The
I
West
like
Wing
it.
has the Oval Office in it though. So he would just be like F it at this point. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, that's pretty much wrapping up where we're at in the series. The series is tied 1-1. I think we're all still saying the Dodgers are going to win it. The Blue Jays did give us hope after game one, but Yoshinobu Yamamoto said, "See you later, hope. Down the drain. Dodgers back in front." Before we get on to this day in history, is there anything else you guys need to touch on this series? I will give a quick, what's the opposite of a shout out?
Ooh.
a reprimand
Hmm.
Ooh,
to some
a
certain
scolding.
the Cubs influencers that so quickly turned from the Dodgers, the biggest Dodgers fans in the world, and now they're Dodgers haters. They were wearing Dodgers gear against the Brewers. Tyrese Halliburton wearing
Clown.
Oh
Cubs
yeah.
gear against the Brewers during the Cubs
Clown.
series and then wearing Dodgers gear against the Brewers during the Dodgers series, that's a baseball sin.
Do you
What are
know
you
the
doing?
backstory? Do you know the backstory
Because
of
he's
that?
from Milwaukee and they didn't invite him to throw out the first pitch after the Bucks lost to the Pacers. Well, too bad. Your hometown basketball team lost your basketball team. You would have gotten a poor reception from
Ooh.
the fans. They didn't want to have that bad PR. And if you're too egotistical to get over it and wear the opposing team's jersey, if it was just a Cubs jersey, that's funny. If it was just a Dodgers jersey, that's funny. But to wear them both, come on, man. Come
Clown.
on.
Guys, who's more hated by their town?
Ooh.
I'm not gonna say his last name. Or Halliburton.
Ooh.
Who?
Probably
I mean, because
Halliburton.
update on the situation. When we talked about it first, now it's come out. I don't know if you saw it, a viral clip. He was leaving, I think
Oh,
the Knicks
yes.
game where he was sitting
Yep.
courtside, and he said "F Boston." He said it. I don't know. I've never
Confirmed.
seen a clip of Halliburton saying that directly about Milwaukee. Obviously, you can see he's implied it with what he's doing. But guys, yeah, who hates their hometown? Who's former hometown star that's turned against them? Who's more hated?
Well, let's be honest here. Bucks Pacers has heated up over the past couple of years, which has been
Hmm.
great. But we're talking Yankees, Red Sox, man. It's gonna be Cam, old Cammy boy, coming back to Fenway. It's not gonna be a good. It's gonna be great for entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
But Schlittler,
Schlittler.
just say
Schl
yeah. It's maybe we'll get
Schlitz.
the
I'll just call him
explicit logo.
Schlitz. I can say Schlitz
Schlitz,
Yeah.
here.
yeah.
I'll say
There you
Schlitz.
go.
All right.
Cam
Yeah.
Schlitz.
Cam Schlitz. Okay. Can of
Mm-hmm.
Schlitz. Okay. Cam
Mm-hmm.
Schlitz.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So,
I don't know.
all right. Well, let's move on then to this day in history, the last one of the season.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. No, there's probably something that happened on November 2nd. There's probably a series that went through
Oh yeah.
November. Maybe there'll be one next year or next season for the off season. But that's neither here nor there. On this day in history, October 26th, 1985, in Game 6 of the 1985 World Series between the Kansas City Royals and the St. Louis Cardinals. That sound familiar?
Hmm.
It does.
Sounds like last week.
Hmm.
Well, to further things along from last week, the Royals batter Jorge Orta grounded a ball to the right side, and the pitcher ran over to cover first, as you do. That's just kind of like that spring training. That's just how the baseball puzzle pieces fit together. And pitcher's there, covers first, steps on first. Umpire calls Jorge Orta safe at first base. And immediately the Cardinals manager comes out. It was oh man, who was it? Whitey Herzog, maybe? No, I could be wrong about that. Well, the Cardinals manager comes out and immediately starts arguing. Pitchers arguing on first base. They show the replay. He was out. He was definitely
Hmm.
out. But this is 1985. And I'm not talking bowling for soup. I'm talking baseball. There's no replay. And this triggered a rally in the ninth inning. The Royals managed to score 2 runs and won the game 2-1 on a walk-off. Game 6. All right. Could have been over, right? Or at least there would have been an extra out in the inning and there wouldn't have been a runner on base. But instead, Royals go on to win. Royals go on to win game seven, and the Royals win the 1985 World Series.
Must be
Probably
nice.
one of the most controversial calls in World Series history. If you Google
Mm.
1985 World Series call, there is a Wikipedia page that's just titled The Call.
Oh my
The
God.
call.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
And then it's in
That's crazy.
parentheses like 1985 with it. But yeah, it's just titled The Call. So 1985 World Series full of drama. The Royals won. Cardinals fans that were alive back then probably still have some bitter hatred to their state rivals in the Royals. So there you have it. This day in history. Umpire's name, by the way, Don Denkinger. I never shouted out the
Oof.
umpire,
Okay. Shout
but
out.
he did pass
Reprimand.
away a couple years ago. R.I.P. Don Denkinger. But his infamous call
RIP.
lives on forever.
Wow.
All
It's kind of
right.
crazy that like as an umpire, you get remembered for your mistakes. Like no one's
Right.
ever like, dude, great call. Great way to see that strike zone, way to ring that guy up. Good play. It's like, all right, my legacy is this one call I made in the biggest game, biggest series. Cool. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's a thankless
And still get
job,
paid
as
lots
they
of money.
say.
So
This
I
is
mean,
true.
yeah, they get paid
do you
lots of
remember
money.
the
So
umpire Jim Joyce? Does that ring a
Yep.
bell?
that
No
sounds
hitter.
familiar.
No, perfect
Yeah.
game.
Perfect game.
He was the one that called the safe,
Mm.
that called the out call
Who is
safe
the
at
pitcher?
first. Armando Galarraga
There you go.
for
What
your
team?
Detroit Tigers.
There you go. Who threw him the ball?
Who threw him the ball? Was it Prince?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Was it
There are
Miguel
other.
Cabrera?
It was Miguel Cabrera, yes. So the
Wow.
other very famous Tiger.
We gotta have, they
Too
should
bad we
be
don't.
pickle legends. We gotta have
I
pickle
know.
legends.
I was just
Oh,
thinking that.
create
Yeah.
it.
There you
Create
go.
it.
Okay.
Develop
Yeah.
it. Get ChatGPT to develop it.
Yeah. Vibe code. Vibe code that away.
Mhm.
There you go. Let's see. Who did we talk about? I mean,
Oh, did you
Yamamoto.
see Andrew? So we guessed Otani last week, and it was
Mmm.
Kikuchi. So we got Japan
Mmm.
like immediately. There's no way it's another Japanese player, right? We did talk about Yamamoto. We
Yamamoto.
we didn't talk about. We know what? How about Dalton Varsho?
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, the pride and joy.
Lefty righty.
Lefty righty. Okay, lefty lefty
Lefty
probably.
lefty from the USA. Probably Blake Snow.
Yeah.
Sure.
Although the age might not be right though.
Eh.
It is
NL
the
Yeah.
West
West.
lefty lefty who's a starting
Starting pitcher.
pitcher.
Okay.
Okay, not on the Dodgers. Okay.
Oh,
Oops.
okay.
So
Old.
give me the
Padres, Giants,
Rockies.
Diamondbacks,
Oh no,
Rockies.
Oh,
Rockies. Oh, I've
Rockies.
already forgotten everyone that plays on the Rockies.
Oh God. All right.
All right, we can narrow this down. Is it just who's a lefty
Is
on
it
the
Logan Webb?
Diamondbacks? Oh, no, Logan Webb's a righty, isn't he?
Oh yeah. Who am I thinking of?
Robbie Ray?
I
Yeah,
like
that's
Robbie
a
that.
right
Ray?
age.
Robbie
That's a
I
right
Ray?
like
age.
that.
Oh
It's
my
gotta be
God.
Robbie Ray. It's
That'd be
gotta
a
be Robbie
crazy
Ray.
pull.
Yeah,
Wow, what
yeah.
a
That's
crazy
another
pull.
pickle in three, baby.
Wow.
We're kind of
That's
on fire
Zoo-wee.
recently.
freaking crazy.
Bang.
We're kind of on fire recently.
Oh my
Amazing.
God.
What a pull. What an
Former Blue
absolute
Robbie
Jay.
Ray.
Former Blue
Robbie
Jay. Blue Jay's gonna win. Robbie Ray. Blue Jay's gonna win.
Robbie Ray is a great pull. My goodness. That's awesome.
Oh,
Wow.
oh yeah. Do you guys see on social media? We also do have a World Series champion already. I forget the guy's name. He played 8 games for the Dodgers and 4 games for the Blue Jays.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh,
he's getting a ring either way. Getting a ring
that's
Um,
either
sick.
way.
and also played on the Diamondbacks, right?
Not gonna get a ring from that. Not gonna get a ring from that.
Dude, that's awesome. Shout
I know.
out.
So we already have a World Series champion. We
Imagine
don't even need to
just
watch anymore.
imagine just being locked in.
That's I yeah, to be like, I
What
don't
a good
care. Like,
feeling. Yeah.
okay, wait. Objectively, do you think the Dodgers or Blue Jays ring would look cooler? I mean, they're kind of similar diamonds. It's both blue.
Yeah.
some like
I think they both
sapphire.
have great colorways for a ring.
Yeah.
I think
I
they're
feel like the
both,
Blue Jays would be a doper design because they haven't won. It's been a
yeah,
more long since they've won. So
they
Dodgers
would
probably just
try
recycling
harder.
old designs.
Yeah,
Probably right
I could
now
see
at this
that.
point.
I could see that.
Yeah. All
Awesome.
right. Well, there
Well,
you
there
have
you
it.
have it.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully you enjoyed listening. Let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win the World Series and in how many games are they going to do it. Let us know below. Go check out the other social medias as well. Go subscribe to the YouTube. Leave a rating wherever you're listening to our podcast. And until next week, as always, you just attended batting practice. Now you're ready to get in the game. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.